You ever been part of a club or a hobby that's, just fueled by pure passion, but kind of held back by some really chaotic logistics? Well, today, we're diving into a project that tackles that exact problem. It's called Manage2Soar, and it's basically an open-source digital co-pilot for the world of glider flying.
Soaring, flying gliders, is this incredible sport of precision and absolute freedom. But running the club that makes all that possible? Yeah, that's a whole other story. That's where the real challenge kicks in.
Just picture a busy weekend at a local glider port. You've got pilots, students, instructors, and ground crew all trying to work together. It's a beautiful thing to see, but behind it all, it's this massive coordination effort. And it really all boils down to one big question. How on earth do you manage all that chaos? I mean, think about the hurdles they face every single day. You're not just tracking who's flying which glider, but also things like who's qualified to fly it, who's even available to instruct, and is the aircraft's maintenance log up to date? It's this constant juggle of spreadsheets, endless phone calls, and, piles of scattered paper logs.
And this is exactly where technology can swoop in and save the day. Right when those manual systems get totally overwhelming, a digital co-pilot can step up, handle all the heavy lifting, and let everyone get back to focusing on what they really love to do: fly.
So, what exactly is Manage2Soar? Well, at its core, it's a web application built on the really solid Django framework, and its whole mission is to bring everything into one place. So instead of all those scattered documents, you get one single source of truth for your members, your aircraft, and all your daily operations. A great way to think about it is like a digital mission control hub for the entire club. And you know what the best part is? It's an open source project. It was built by people who actually get the needs of a soaring club, because they're part of that same community themselves. Okay, so how does it actually solve all those daily headaches we talked about? Let's take a quick tour of its key features. The whole system is really smartly broken down into these logical modules that cover the entire workflow. It all starts with your people, right? That's the Members app. From there, the log sheet is like the digital heart of all your flight operations. Then you've got the duty roster, which cleverly automates scheduling. The Instructors module keeps track of student progress. And you even get analytics and a system for knowledge tests. It's the whole shebang. Now, this right here, this is an absolute game changer. Airfields are often in pretty remote spots, right? Where the internet connection is spotty, if you're lucky. Well, Manage2Soar is what's called a progressive web app, or a PWA. And what that means is the duty officer can log every single takeoff, landing, and flight detail completely offline. No internet needed. And as soon as you're back in an area with a signal, the app automatically syncs everything up to the server. This is huge. It means no data is ever lost, and the flight log stays perfectly accurate, all without needing a constant internet connection out on the airfield.
All right, for all you folks who are interested in the nuts and bolts, let's pop the hood for a second and see what really makes this project tick.
What's really smart here is that the project gives you two clear ways to deploy it. So, if you're a smaller club, you can get up and running super easily on just a single virtual machine. But for larger organizations, it's ready to scale up using Google Kubernetes Engine. This lets it scale horizontally and provides high availability, making sure the system is always fast and responsive, even when things get really busy. And what's it built with? Well, the back end is overwhelmingly Python, running on that popular Django framework, which is fantastic for security and scalability. The front end is all standard web tech, which makes this a really accessible and maintainable stack for any developer who's looking to jump in and contribute. And that brings us to what I think is the best part of any open source project: getting involved. It doesn't matter if you're a pilot who codes or just a developer looking for a really cool project to work on, the door is wide open.
Seriously, the developers have made getting started an absolute breeze. You just clone the repository from GitHub, run one single setup script, and boom, you'll have a local development server running in just a few minutes. That low barrier to entry is just fantastic for getting new contributors to join in.
And this, right here, is the heart of it all. Manage2Soar is a fully open-source project under a GPL 3.0 license. That means anyone can use it, anyone can modify it, and anyone can contribute back to it. It really is a project built for the community, with the door wide open for that very same community to help it grow.
That leaves us with one final thought. Manage2Soar is just this perfect example of a passion project solving a real-world problem for a really specific community. So the question to take away from all this is, what logistical puzzle in your own hobby, or your club, or your community is just sitting there, waiting for its own open-source co-pilot?